How did he come up with the name, the Brunner Prize?
Well, we really were bequeathed it in a sense because John Brunner, was a writer just like Arthur C. Clarke, who's the other famous old boy at Richard Hewish College. And in fact, he awarded a prize to the best writing that was sort of ethical. But then when he died, there's a little bit of money left over. And another of the governors here, himself a writer, Martin Booth, said, well, why not start a bit of a creative writing competition at the college. It was only supposed to run for a year or two, and it sort of was starting to die a death. But about 12 years ago, we decided to resurrect it and really run with it. And as you can see, it's gone from strength to strength ever since.
What have you thought about this year's competition?
Very interesting this year. It gets bigger and bigger every year, the Brunner. What happened was, obviously, I judged the non-partner schools and the Richard Hewish entries as well. The top entries, the top sort of half dozen, 10 entries in each section were really good. Wonderful variety of stories and some really, really creative and interesting writing. So I think the standard is as good as it ever was and very interesting. And you got a real sense that she knew where she was going. And this wonderful ending where this alien ends up being born and showing you that first experience of trying something new today.
Can we sort of bring those to the front so we look something like winners?
I'm here with Jess Lester, and she's one of the runners-up in the Brunner Prize. What's your plot about?
It's under the theme of I'm Loving It from the McDonald's sort of advert, and it's about a girl that's just sort of really fed up with her life and she wants to just move on, and she's getting really bored with it. And when she finally meets her dad, who left her sort of 10 years ago, then she just moves on and does all the things she wants to do, and it just makes her life a lot better.
What inspired you to write that, or who inspired you?
Well, it's been sort of an idea I've had for a while with essays, but it's never really fitted in with any of my essays. So I just thought, this would be the one that I'd just be able to, write the story for.
Sitting across from him was a shaven-headed, acne-ridden young person, accused of a minor traffic offence. It was usually entertaining enough to confuse the young offenders with flashy Latin terms, but this time Stephen deemed it appropriate to go one step further. Your records, Ray, show signs of previous damage to property pay. Mobilité of Avisse looks likely from the extente of the debauchery.
Well, what inspired you to do the piece, or who inspired you?
The misuse of English language. I was very into sort of the way gibberish is expressed in text. Stanley Unwin, don't know if you know him, he's quite obscure, but he's known for creating his own language, Unwinese. It's quite an interesting mix. Also spoonerisms, something like that, and just Pig Latin, stuff like that. That was the other thing I wanted to experiment with. It sort of came together in a mismatch of lawyery, nonsensy stuff. Also the idea that just this whole sort of jargon thing is just used by people constantly.
Hi Sarah,
Hi.
I'd like to congratulate you on winning the Lucas Cup.
Thank you, Andy.
And your haiku seemed pretty cool. What's it about?
So, well, I was inspired by the Chinese state circus when it came to town quite recently, and the grace of the people who fly on the silks, just so impressed by that, I had to write down some descriptive words on my arm in the circus tent, and then write out more at home.
Actually on your arm?
Yeah, I didn't have any paper, so it just went on my arm.
Is there anything in store in the future for the Brunner Prize? Or?
Well, I think obviously we've added the Lucas Cup this year.
Yeah.
That's going well. It's a nice sort of addition and adds a bit more to it. I'm sure that'll develop. But no, I mean, as far as the Brunner Prize is concerned, it's been going for a good number of years now. And all you can say is that people who enter the Brunner Prize and do well in it, they tend to go on, they do English and things at college and so on, and they always do very well in it. So it's a really good foundation for doing some writing.